Hello and welcome back to another episode of Codo's Cinema, the podcast show where I talk about movies. I'm your host, the man, the myth, the legend, Mark Codo. Well, folks, I just want to say a few words. I'm kind of done with 2020 right now. I feel like everything going on right now is crazy. It is crazy. Especially in the world of today, including the movie industry. But on a positive note, some movie theaters are opening up for movies, and we have movies transitioning to on demand as well. So there is definitely a positive note right there. But that's not the case. However, on Friday of last week, we lost one of our greatest actors in our generation, and that is Chadwick Boseman. For those of you who don't know, Chadwick Boseman is an actor and producer who came into the spotlight by playing historical figures, which includes Jackie Robinson in 42, James Brown in Get On Up, Thurgood Marshall in Marshall, and many, many other films, including 21 Bridges, Draft Day, and of course, Black Panther. And yes, folks, for Friday of last week, we lost Chadwick Boseman. It is very sad, and it is very sad, folks, and it's very hard to overcome that. So, anyway, that is today's episode. Today's episode is episode 30, and I am going to dedicate this episode to Chadwick Boseman. Born and raised in Anderson, South Carolina on November 29, 1976, Chadwick Boseman graduated from T.L. Hanna High School and went to Howard University in Washington, D.C. Ooh, fun fact, during Boseman's junior year in high school, he wrote a school play called Crossroads. And this play was based on one of his classmates who was shot and killed. And in college, Boseman earned a degree in directing. Boseman's mentor, Felicia Rashad, was the mentor to Chadwick Boseman and helped raise funds with actor Denzel Washington. Hey, one actor to another. Boseman even went to a summer program in London called the British American Drama Academy. He even graduated from Digital Film Academy in New York City. Boseman originally wanted to pursue in writing and directing as a career, but he began to study acting so that he can learn to relate to other actors. And that is true. Hey, there is nothing wrong with acting. There's nothing wrong to study that. So, good for him. Boseman went on to become a drama instructor at Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture in Harlem, New York, and then moved to Los Angeles in 2008 to pursue an acting career. Chadwick Boseman has appeared in multiple TV shows, which includes Law & Order, CSI New York, ER, Lincoln Heights, and becoming a host on Saturday Night Live. In 2013, Chadwick Boseman made his first ever starring role as baseball player Jackie Robinson. He almost gave up the role so he can move on to directing. But 42 director Brian Helgeland loved Boseman's bravery after he auditioned twice. Boseman also performed alongside Harrison Ford, who played the Dodgers owner Branch Rickey. The film turned out to be a critical success with Boseman and Ford singled out for praise. In fact, Jackie Robinson's widow, Rachel Robinson, loved the performance so well she commented that she commented on the fact that it looks like that she's seeing Jackie Robinson once more. So that's actually pretty good on a bright note. In 2014, Chadwick Boseman got drafted into 2014's Draft Day with Kevin Costner and director Ivan Reitman by playing linebacker Vontae Mack from Ohio State University. And while the film itself was mixed to positive by critics, it was a fun film to watch. And having Chadwick Boseman as a football player was actually pretty good. One sport to another. Later that year, in 2014, Chadwick Boseman went on to play legendary singer James Brown in the biopic Get On Up. For the most part, Chadwick did most of the singing and dancing throughout. And Get On Up was another success by critics. In 2016, he went on to play an Egyptian god named Thoth in Alex Proyas' Gods of Egypt. I have not seen that film, but the story's all over the place. In 2017, Boseman played another historical figure named Thurgood Marshall in Marshall, to which that film is actually pretty good. Going back to 2016, Boseman appeared in Captain America Civil War, where he played the King of Wakanda himself, T'Challa, aka Black Panther. And while his role in Captain America was more of a supporting role, he did hold his own throughout the film, going toe-to-toe with Captain America and the Winter Soldier, aka Bucky Barnes. Plus, Black Panther also got a pretty cool jet before the end of the film. And no, I am not making this up. He actually has a jet. The Black Panther actually has a jet in that film. I mean, if you look real close in that one scene in Captain America Civil War where Iron Man is flying through the rain, you can see Black Panther's jet. It's actually pretty cool. Especially during the moment where he meets up with Helmut Zemo, Zemo in the end of the film while Captain America and Iron Man were fighting. And Black Panther's conversation about vengeance is one of the film's few good moments that is pretty emotional. And to think about it, it talks a lot about revenge or vengeance, because Black Panther lost his father in an explosion, while Zemo's parents were lost in the Sokovia attack in the second Avengers movie. And to be fair, that is definitely saying something, because that is very emotional, because losing something is hard to overcome that. And I can see why. It feels mature, because telling each other's losses is emotional, but going into a much more mature route. Yep, that is definitely emotional too. In fact, Black Panther continue on in the MCU with his own solo film, Black Panther. Of course, the character Black Panther went on to have his own solo film. The film itself, Black Panther, became a critical and financial success, with critics praising Chadwick Boseman's performance as the title character. I mean, the film itself was so good that it was nominated for 10 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, making it the first Marvel film to be nominated in that category, winning 3, making it the first ever superhero film to be nominated in the Best Picture category. I mean, wow, did I just repeat that? Yeah, I pretty much did. Anyway, Black Panther will later appear in 2018's Avengers Infinity War and 2019's Avengers Endgame. The latter two were directed by Anthony and Joe Russo, including Civil War, while Ryan Coogler directed the Black Panther solo film. And speaking of Anthony and Joe Russo, both Anthony and Joe went on to produce the 2019 film 21 Bridges, with Boseman starring and producing the film. Later that year, during pre-production of Spike Lee's Netflix drama The Five Bloods, Spike Lee casted Chadwick Boseman as Stormin Norman in The Five Bloods. And according to Spike Lee, he described Chadwick Boseman's character Stormin Norman as, "This character is heroic. He's a superhero. Who do we cast? We cast Jackie Robinson, James Brown, Thurgood Marshall, and we cast T'Challa." And yes, he is referring to Chadwick Boseman. And that was actually his last film for now. For now, that was actually his last film. And I'm pretty sure he's got another one coming up in the later years, but it is definitely going to be hard to tell right now. And In the wake of the pandemic, a video surfaced on the internet about Chadwick Boseman's transformation being different. And yes, this is probably where a lot of people were wondering about Chadwick Boseman, because his body transformation is very different. It seems like he is going through something. Nobody knew what happened or what is going on, but it wasn't until this very moment. On August 28th, 2020, Chadwick Boseman passed away. And it turns out it was colon cancer, which explains why why he had a different body transformation in the video that surfaced during the before summer started. And yeah, that is very sad though. Oh boy, I don't know if I can finish this or not. He was a very good actor. Chadwick Boseman is a very good actor, despite his short time on the screen, and with many great films that he has done, he is a pretty good actor. And prior to that, Chadwick went through chemotherapy and surgery since 2016. So it has been 4 years since he had colon cancer. And on top of that, he went back and forth between film productions and treatment. And here's the thing, he kept this quiet. He kept everything so silent, so that he doesn't want to tell anybody about it. And I will say this. This proves that Boseman is a fighter. He was fighting so hard between treatment and film productions that he has been doing. That is something. He's been fighting cancer and doing film productions. And that is something. That is a challenge, a huge challenge, but Boseman did it. He proved himself to be a fighter. Unfortunately, right now, he's in a better place right now. I am sorry to say this, but he is in a better place right now, and it is hard that Chadwick Boseman has passed away. It's very sad. He was a very good actor. Chadwick Boseman was a great actor. And for his personal life, Chadwick Boseman was dating singer Taylor Simone Ledward since 2015, and the two reportedly got engaged in October of 2019. And this marriage was actually kept in secret prior to Boseman's death. So yeah, pretty much. But on top of that, it's gonna be hard for the rest of his films, including the upcoming Black Panther sequel, because Chadwick Boseman was set to play Black Panther once more in the upcoming sequel, and the sequel has not been filmed due to pretty much obvious reasons, because of everything going on with the pandemic. That definitely takes a huge turn on the film industry, and following the death of Boseman from colon cancer, Ryan Coogler, the director of Black Panther, stated he had been he was unaware of what happened to Boseman, and Coogler spent the last year preparing, imagining, and writing words for him to say in the upcoming sequel that we weren't destined to see. So basically, as of now, the sequel is still up in the air. But we have actors like Martin Freeman reprising his role, Letita Wright as well, and the Black Panther sequel is scheduled to be released on May 6, 2022. So Do we know what's gonna happen in the sequel? As of now, I don't know because we don't even know if we know anything about the sequel. But there are rumors that Black Panther's sister Shuri, which is being played by Letitia Wright, may take the throne. Take the throne, which could be a possibility because Shuri did end up becoming the next Black Panther in the comics. So that could be something. But we don't know because this film has not been filmed. So the question still remains. So will the sequel ever go on? That is still a question, but as of now, it's hard to tell. Chadwick, it has been an honor to see you on the big screen. You have brought us many great characters, including Black Panther. It is hard. It is very hard for what just happened, but I do want to say this. Thank you very much for your talent and effort that you have brought to the big screen and what you have brought to us. Thank you for everything. You have been a great human being and an amazing actor. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman, and Wakanda forever. And that is pretty much it. That is my episode for today. So I suggest you all to watch his movies, including Black Panther. I would definitely watch Black Panther just because it's a great film. I loved Black Panther, including some of his other films like 42. I love that movie as well. But anyway, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. Thank you for tuning in to Codo's Cinema. I'm your host, Mark Codo, and rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman.